Miyamoto Musashi, the greatest swordsman in Japanese history. Hello everyone. Today, we're going to talk about Miyamoto Musashi, a legendary figure who is considered the greatest swordsman in Japanese history. His life was full of ups and downs. He was a natural talent at swordsmanship, and he won numerous duels, establishing himself as an undefeated legend. But his appeal goes beyond his strength. He was also a free spirit with a deep appreciation for art and a profound philosophy of life. These qualities were the foundation of his strength. Let's take a closer look at his life. 1. Born a badass. The early life of Musashi. Miyamoto Musashi entered the world in 1584, hailing from Harima Province, present-day Himeji City, Hyogo. As a kid, he went by Shinman Musashi or Takezo. While the details surrounding his parents, Shinman Munisai Takezo and a lady from the Sugihara clan, are a bit fuzzy, one thing's for sure: this dude was destined for greatness. Kid prodigy on the loose. Even at a young age, Musashi showed he wasn't messing around. At just 6, he gathered the neighborhood kids for a real sword showdown and totally dominated the village bully. By 13, he'd already won his first official duel with a real blade, making a name for himself as a force to be reckoned with. Nido-ryu, the epitome of badassery. Nido-ryu is a swordsmanship style that's so cool, it'll make your heart skip a beat. Wielding a blade in each hand, this technique amps up both your offense and defense, making it a force to be reckoned with. No wonder it was all the rage from the Sengoku to Edo periods. When it comes to Nido-ryu, the name that immediately comes to mind is Miyamoto Musashi. This legendary badass was a master of the art, developing his own unique Nido-ryu techniques and slicing through enemies like a hot knife through butter. Talk about epic. Here's why Nido-ryu is so awesome. Double the power with 2 swords in action, your offense and defense go through the roof. Surprise factor: who wouldn't be caught off guard by an opponent wielding 2 blades? Adaptability: Nido-ryu allows you to switch up your tactics on the fly, depending on the situation. But Nido-ryu isn't all sunshine and rainbows. Stamina drain: dual wielding takes a massive toll on your energy levels. Steep learning curve: mastering Nido-ryu is no walk in the park. It requires dedication and serious training. Nido-ryu's roots go way back, all the way to the Heian period. Its popularity soared during the Sengoku and Edo periods, with countless swordsmen adopting this awe-inspiring style. Wondering if Nido-ryu still exists today? While it's not as common as it once was, Nido-ryu techniques live on in modern sword arts like Kendo and Iaido. Nido-ryu is an integral part of Japanese swordsmanship culture. The legacy of Nido-ryu masters like Miyamoto Musashi continues to inspire and amaze to this day. Miyamoto Musashi, the undefeated badass. Miyamoto Musashi is a name that strikes fear into the hearts of his enemies and awe into the hearts of his admirers. This legendary swordsman is considered one of the greatest, if not the greatest, to ever grace Japan with his presence. His undefeated streak in over 60 duels is a testament to his incredible skill and unmatched badassery. What were Musashi's duels like? These were no mere sparring matches. These were life-or-death battles with real swords, where the slightest mistake could mean the end. Musashi was not just a skilled swordsman, but a brilliant tactician who could assess a situation and formulate a winning strategy in an instant. Who did he fight? Musashi faced a wide range of opponents, from fellow swordsmen to samurai and even ronin. A ronin was essentially a samurai who had lost his master. This could happen for various reasons, such as the master's defeat in battle, the master's death, or the master's decision to dismiss the samurai. What are some of his most famous duels? At the age of 13, he defeated the village bully, soundly thrashing him. At 16, he struck down the renowned swordsman Arima Kihei. At 21, he faced the Yoshioka clan in a series of duels, defeating Yoshioka Seijiro. At 30, he emerged victorious from his legendary duel with Sasaki Kojiro. Did the duel with Seijiro really happen? There is some debate over whether the first duel with Seijiro actually took place. While it is certain that Musashi and the Yoshioka clan fought at this time, the Yoshioka records do not mention Seijiro's name, and the location of the duel is given as the Kyoto Shoshidai's residence, not Rendaino. Furthermore, the Yoshioka records state that Musashi was struck by a Yoshioka student and bled from his forehead. However, this account comes from the Yoshioka side and its reliability is questionable. On the other hand, Musashi's own writings in the Book of Five Rings state that at the age of 21, I went up to the capital and met with swordsmen from all over the country, fighting many duels, but never losing. If we believe Musashi's account, then it is reasonable to conclude that this duel was a draw. Here are some additional points to consider. The lack of consensus on the details of this duel makes it difficult to say definitively what happened. The different accounts of the duel reflect the biases of the respective parties involved. Musashi's reputation as a skilled swordsman makes it more likely that he would have won or at least drawn the duel. Ultimately, it is up to each individual to decide what they believe about this duel. Miyamoto Musashi, the badass strategist. Miyamoto Musashi is renowned as a master of the Nidoryu style of swordsmanship. But did you know he was also a badass strategist? What's a strategist? Put simply, they're a battle pro. They excel in warfare, devising tactics and strategies to outwit their opponents. Musashi's Book of Five Rings. Musashi penned a book of strategy called the Book of Five Rings. This is no ordinary book. It's packed with insights not only on swordsmanship techniques, but also on life philosophy, strategy, and tactics, all applicable to various aspects of life. Why Musashi's strategic prowess was insane. Mastermind strategist, he didn't just rely on brute force. He analyzed situations and formulated winning strategies. Tactical genius, he adapted his tactics, including Nidoryu, to suit different situations, always finding a way to victory. Mental fortitude, he remained calm and collected in any situation, never letting his emotions cloud his judgment. The Book of Five Rings still relevant today. The Book of Five Rings is more than a swordsmanship manual. It contains life philosophies and leadership lessons applicable to business, sports, and many other areas. In conclusion, Miyamoto Musashi was more than just a skilled swordsman. He was a master of strategy and tactics who could triumph in any situation. His teachings continue to inspire and influence people worldwide. Learning about Musashi's strategic thinking can provide valuable insights for living a more fulfilling life. Miyamoto Musashi's later years in service to Hosokawa Tadashi, Lord of Kumamoto. In his late 50s, Miyamoto Musashi was invited by Hosokawa Tadashi, the Lord of Kumamoto domain, to serve as his retainer. During this period, Musashi composed the Book of Five Rings Go Ren no Sho, a treatise on swordsmanship that also delves into his philosophy on life and strategy. A death shrouded in mystery. Musashi died in 1645 at the age of 62, reportedly from illness. However, the exact cause of his death remains unknown. His remains are buried in Musashizuka Park in Kumamoto City's Kita Ward. Various theories about his later years. He retired and lived as a farmer. He continued to serve as a swordsmanship instructor. He became a Zen monk and devoted himself to training. These theories lack concrete evidence. It is believed that Musashi, despite suffering from illness, continued to be active in his later years, as evidenced by his writing of the Book of Five Rings. The enigma surrounding his later years only adds to the fascination and mystique of Miyamoto Musashi. Miyamoto Musashi more than just a badass swordsman. Sure, everyone knows Miyamoto Musashi as the ultimate sword-wielding legend. Undefeated in like 60 duels, rocking the whole two-sword style, the guy was seriously skilled. But what if I told you there's more to him than just being a total badass? 1. Free spirit. Musashi wasn't one to follow the crowd. He was all about living life on his own terms. From a young age, he was a dueling champ, traveling the land and racking up wins. He spent his youth on the road, meeting all sorts of folks and soaking up all kinds of experiences. Even later, when he worked for Lord Hosokawa, he still marched to the beat of his own drum. 2. Multi-talented dude. Turns out, Musashi wasn't just good at slicing and dicing. He had a ton of other talents too. He could write with the best of them and even painted some pretty awesome stuff. He was also into the whole tea ceremony and Zen thing, which helped him chill out on a deeper level. Plus, his book, The Book of Five Rings, is way more than just a guide to sword fighting. It's full of life lessons that even business folks today can learn from. 3. Deep thoughts. Musashi had a way of thinking about life that was pretty unique. His book is packed with wisdom about the samurai way and how to live a good life in general. His ideas are still inspiring people today, even if they're not wielding swords anymore. Miyamoto Musashi. Wisdom for the everyday warrior. Miyamoto Musashi? Yeah, the legendary swordsman who never lost a duel. But did you know he was more than just a badass with blades? This dude was a deep thinker who left behind words of wisdom, not just about sword fighting, but about life itself. Even today, his words can help us level up our lives. Here's a taste of his philosophy. Be prepared, always. Think 1 stance, 2 stances, 3 stances. It's about staying ready for whatever life throws your way, like a boss. The water mind reminds us to stay calm and collected, even when things get tough. Think of it like being a Zen master, but way cooler. Real strength comes from within, not fancy weapons. No sword isn't just a fighting technique, it's about realizing your inner strength. Basically, you're a badass with or without a sword. By studying Musashi's words, we can learn to live life to the fullest. Make it an epic adventure, not a boring snooze fest. Face challenges head on. Don't let fear hold you back. Be a courageous warrior. Become a better person. It's all about personal growth, like leveling up in a video game, but way more meaningful. Musashi's words have inspired people for centuries, and they're still relevant today. So, if you want some guidance and inspiration on your own life journey, check out his teachings. You might just become a real-life warrior, ready to conquer whatever life throws your way. So, what did you think of Miyamoto Musashi? As we've seen, he was more than just a legendary swordsman. He was a complex and fascinating individual with a lot to teach us. His free spirit, artistic talent, and deep philosophy all contributed to his greatness. And his words are still relevant today. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and leave a comment. See you next time.